Oi, oi, guys. Putting a video together because, you know what? You never know when things are going to start kind of come in front of you as an answer to something. And I'm not saying this is a complete answer because it's not an answer, but it's definitely a lead to where I didn't know I was going, actually. And I know this all sounds kind of crazy, but I'm putting a shout out to people out there as well, if they can help me out as well, because I've got this thing rolling around in my head about quantum shifts. And I've seen Joe Dispenza, and if you don't know who he is, go and check him out, Joe Dispenza. I've seen him mention about the quantum field, and I've done research and seen things come up about that. But over the past few weeks, I've been doing this heavy work, some shadow work, looking at things that I don't like about myself too, and all kinds of different things that I'm looking into. And there's, it's going kind of deep. And I started to go into these, like, what the heck is going on? Like, in my mind, could never figure out what the heck it was. And trying to find answers. And I've been doing it in my therapy. I've been doing some hypnosis as well, and it's absolutely awesome. I don't know if anybody's done that, but it's a really beautiful thing to do if you're receptive to it. And I've seen the old me, and I've seen Cockney Buddha me, literally as a Buddhist monk, and talking to Steve. And I remember when I first started, because everything just kind of started slotting into place after I got sent a video from Grom through Instagram. And I opened it up this morning right before I was going to just do my therapy myself. And it was all around, this fella was talking about, I'll put it in the description, but this fella was talking about quantum shifting and what it represents and what it is and how to, what you're feeling. And I'm like, holy shit, that is like everything that I am experiencing right now. Crazy. It was totally matching. Totally. That's why I say, please share the content out there, because it happened to me today. My mate didn't have to send me that at all, and I got a hold of him today, and I was like, dude, that freaking hit a number on me. It really started to help me to see what's actually going on, but it's something I don't know much about. But now I'm really interested, because it's about shifting, and it's about shifting, as far as I can tell, from a old you into the new you. But there's this. They were talking about how the nervous system's catching up, and I'm like, bloody hell. Like, what on earth is this? And the more I researched, the more it was even coming more forward of the experiences that I'm having and what I'm noticing within myself and part of my journey. And recognizing, looking back, like I said earlier, looking back and recognizing the parts that have been happening have been leading to this. But it feels like you're like, what the heck? Did I go back to the beginning? And there's all kinds of negative shit that goes on, and I'm working. I'm on it. And I spoke to my therapist today, Judith, love her to death, absolutely love her to death. And I just watched that video, and I got on, and I sat in front of her, and I'm like, hey, I've just seen this, and like, I broke down. I was like, it was so, whenever I catch on to something, that's what I mean. Right now, I'm going to be in research mode. So like I say, anybody out there that can help me, and be serious, right? Anybody out there that's heard about this or knows anything about it, what the processes are or whatever, I'm in research mode now. I'm looking things up, everything. I've just found a channel on YouTube, which is a really good one that I'm going to post it, I think. Great channel. And one of the things they said on one of these channels, and I can't remember which one it was I was watching, otherwise I'd reference the actual one, but they said the mind is addicted to a chemistry of the past. And when I heard that, I'm like, holy shit. The mind is addicted to the chemistry of the past. And it just made me one of those like, okay, think about that a minute. Because I'll tell you what, when your mind goes there, your body chemistry will match it. I've heard Joe Dispenza talk about this, because you're bringing your mind into a past area and your body chemistry will change to that past of what was happening then. It doesn't mean it's like with you in the present. It's the whole reason why we experience the things as triggers, because everything's changing. The mindset, everything's changing. It's shifting our whole chemistry and everything, our physical being, so to speak, because it's the mind is living that past. And it becomes an addiction, because it actually does. It's actually a comfort zone that we're in. And over all this work that I've been doing over the years with my therapy and starting the journey, and I remember walking into my therapist one day, I hadn't been doing it that long, and saying, I've got to step out of old Steve. And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I've literally got to see old Steve, which I had done, I think in meditation or something that morning. Seeing old Steve here and step in, but I didn't know then who this person was going to be or who they were or anything. I just had the basis of I know I'm on a journey, but I didn't even know Cockney Buddha or anything. I didn't know anything. There was no other identity. And then once I started to get into the Cockney Buddha side of things, which I was nicknamed by a mate of mine that nicknamed me Cockney Buddha, and it just matched where I come from in London. But anyway, I got the nickname of Cockney Buddha, which I've totally taken on, and it's a complete and utter way of me shifting from this to who I want to be. And that all plays a role, apparently, in this quantum shifting. And it's the transition bit. So I don't know what's to come. I don't know. Like I say, I'm in research mode now. And right after my therapy session today, I was exhausted. I was really oh, blimey. It felt like I'd been in a ring. And I went and took a nap, and then I'm like, blimey, and it's just been playing. It's been rolling around in my head, because all of a sudden there's also that little bit of excitement there with me, because it's something to grab onto. It's something I can work with. It's like I told my last guy that I just had about an hour ago or so. I don't even know what time it is. Was it? Yeah, about an hour ago. Now the work starts, and I even said to my therapist, and I said, "Shit, it's just starting. It's just starting." Now I've been working on myself weekly for years, turning up. In fact, my therapist said to me today, you're pounding yourself with a lot of, you're really hammering yourself. Did you think you might want to go a little slower? And now I've grabbed hold of this. I'm like, I've got to find, I want to know now. I want to know, because things have been happening along the way that have absolutely no explanation for me, apart from there's something else. There's when it comes to energy work and things like that too, I've seen absolutely amazing things. And I'm not a person that you just say, oh yeah, this and this, and I go, all right, cool, I believe it. No. Especially in the very beginning. Now I'm a little bit like, okay, I don't question so much because I've seen so much. So there's always been that, knowing. There's always been that knowing. But after seeing that today, after starting doing some of that research and that, there's a whole I don't know where this is going, but there's a whole, it's expanding. I know that. Even though I don't know really what this, like I say, I've only done a little bit of research today, so I know very little. I want to know how to tackle it. What do I have to do? I know I'm going to be up in my meditation, that's for sure. And it's all about accepting and trusting is another one. Trusting in what is happening, trusting in allowing it to be there. And I've been talking about stillness with people, which is absolutely crazy because it all folded and came into the research that I've been doing about sitting with stillness. And I started teaching my guys it. Like, just sit with it. Don't push it away. Don't pull it in. Just allow it to be there without owning it. And I practice these things. And I love to teach these things. And it all plays a role in this whole, where this journey's taking me, because I think it's about to shift. I don't know when it's going to shift. I know things are in that area of now I'm acknowledging it, that there's something. And the research will begin, and then it's work with my therapist, digging deeper, going into areas that I've never been before probably, pulling things up that maybe I've even forgotten, which my therapist thinks there's stuff that I'm not even aware of, that not through not wanting to see it, because I want to bring everything forward and work on it. It's just we bury things and don't see. So hopefully this is going to be starting to pull some of that stuff up. I know there's going to be more hypnosis involved. I want to get more involved in that. And like I said, I want to start upping my meditations and starting to work in that direction as well, because it's all on board now. It's all about whatever this quantum shift is, because I know something's going on. I really do. So anybody out there that can help me out, anybody that knows about this, hey, hit me in the comments, yeah? Hit me in the comments, because it's a really, really interesting thing when I started to watch this video. And go and check the video out, because... And then I started following and started subscribing to different channels and that. And please, go and hit that like and subscribe. Please, because if that video that my mate sent me hadn't landed in my lap by him this morning, I wouldn't have even known anything about any of this. And it's become one of those where I've got a lead now, and I can move and move towards something that I didn't know anything about. And there it was right there. But you don't see these things unless you push these things out there, guys. So please, go and hit that like and subscribe. Pass this content around, because you never know, it could land in front of somebody and completely shift them in a completely different direction. It did it to me today. So I'm the evidence of that as well. So please pass it around. Give that like and subscribe. Love yourself first and foremost, and then share that love out there, because we could sure do with some people sharing love out there. And if you know anybody that's going through anything or anything like that, give them a call, show them some love, because that's what they're looking for. They want that love, and to be loved and known that they're loved. Stay that course, guys. Namaste.